Very kindly, Tesla lent us a Model X for the weekend. Our first day was spent predominantly driving between friends and family, showing them what this SUV has to offer. Some liked it for the size and style, some for the tech inside, and others the outright acceleration and speed. And let's be honest, if you had a car that could do this, why wouldn't you? Based on a recent newspaper article, we put it on charge and switched on the kettle, just to make sure we didn't cause any power cuts in Leicestershire, and we're pleased to report everything seemed okay. But for us, it was about space and accessibility. This is Jamie, and he is 6'6", which just reinforces the functionality of the falcon wing doors and the ease of access to the rear seats. The 6-seat configuration is perfect for us. Front row, middle row, or back row, the choice is yours. The high boot line in the X made this situation a whole lot easier. And getting a car seat in really is child's play, if you can reach the button on the falcon wing door. I really wanted to see if this would fit into our lifestyle and make sure it is the right choice. So I set about my usual daily routine to see how the X performed. The first thing really that I've noticed is how big this car is. I think I'd sort of forgotten, and it's just got such a presence. You're driving towards other people and they just look small. It feels huge, but it doesn't feel difficult to drive. Saying that I haven't parked it yet, but it doesn't feel difficult to drive. And it feels safe and solid, and I feel like with Florence in the back, I feel quite happy about driving this car. I feel happy in our S, but this feels even safer. The other thing is, it is fast. It's got a slightly faster 0 to 60 time than our S, but because it's such a big car, you'd expect it to maybe be a bit more sluggish, and it isn't. It's so quick. You put your foot down and you just got this instant response. This is a 75D, which realistically will be the one that we're going to be able to afford if we do look at swapping in our S, which possibly we may do. Getting the car seat in the back was very easy compared to the S, just because it's got a slightly higher seat. You haven't got to lean over quite as far, and getting the pushchair in the back was also very easy. Got a lot more space, and you can put those seats down, which gives you even more space. Just taken the car for a quick wash and it got a lot of attention. People were taking pictures of it, which I have to say, I was quite proud but also slightly embarrassed. But I'm now off to the pet shop. I'm going to stop off at McDonald's on the way and get a quick coffee, which means I've got to go through the drive-through, which I have to say worries me. This car is big. Made it through the drive-through, and actually it was really easy. I didn't have anything to worry about. And now I'm off to the pet shop, and then I'm going to go and get James. We asked for the 75D, and this is the most basic model, so it's got no bioweapons defence mode, and it's got the very, very basic seats. But you know what? They're really comfortable. Now, I think you all know that I'm a bit hot on my seats. I like to be comfortable when I'm driving and when I'm being driven, and these are nice. Like, they're better than our Model S's. They're half leather and half fabric, so some people might perhaps think they don't look as nice, but do you know what? They're just very comfortable. They are very, very supportive, and they've got a much firmer bolster, and there's lots and lots of positions as well which you can move these seats into to make it sort of individual to you. So yeah, thumbs up for the seats. One thing that James did say to me was that the cost of this car is slightly more than it is to run our Model S. That's because of the size and weight of the Model X. It's obviously a lot bigger than our S. And it's less efficient, but it's only about £1.50 per charge more than it costs to run our car. So I suppose some people might see that as being a lot more, but it's not massive amounts, it's not ridiculous. The last Model X I drove was one that I think it was the one we rented for a little bit, and we tried out the autopilot too then, and it wasn't great. Like it seemed a bit new and a bit unrefined. It didn't fill me with love, I have to say, using it. I felt like not quite as safe as I did in our car. But actually I've just used it now, only for a short distance, but that felt a lot better. It was really smooth, it followed the line really well, and I didn't worry about it. Just going around quite a big bend now, so this is a test. It's hugging the inside line, I have to say, but it's doing it spot on. It's no wavering like it did before. In fact, the Model X we had before used to do this thing where it would brake for no apparent reason. It isn't doing anything like that. So it's obviously had lots of improvements. I just want to come back to these seats. I'm sorry if I'm a bit of a seat bore, but they are the most comfortable seats I think I've sat in any Tesla. And we've driven quite a few Teslas, different Model S's and Model X's. And these are absolutely the best. And these are the free ones, the cheapest seats that you can get for paupers like us. So, if you're thinking about ordering a Tesla, before you go ahead and order your all singing, all dancing leather seats, just try the base model seats. You might be surprised. She's squeaking. You okay, Florence?
Balloons with the money we've got, set them free at the break of dawn. Till one by one they were gone. Back at base, box in the software, flash the message. Something's out there, floating in the summer sky. 99 red balloons go by.
Absolutely love this car, and I want one. I do.
Oh, at McDonald's?
Just a coffee.
What, in a bag? Nuggets?
And some nuggets. Need all the extra calories. Right then.
And? What's the verdict?
It's really nice.
What's Florence's verdict? You alright,
Florence's
darling?
verdict is that she needs some food.
Oh, she's hungry.
She's really
Have you got a
hungry.
bottle?
Yeah, I've got a bottle. So
I was going to say, if we stay here, just take her into the common there and we'll,
yeah, okay.
if you want to feed her.
I have to say, this is quite convenient, being able to sit in the back on a seat here and be able to spin round into the middle. There's so much space just to be able to sit in the back and feed Florence, and we've got privacy glass so nobody can see in. Come on then. You're in. And that was easy as well.
These seats are awesome.
They are awesome.
Properly comfortable. How can these feel so good and these be the base level seats?
I don't know.
Do you think it's the fabric? They seem to grip you more, don't they? Like, you don't...
They are quite grippy, but I don't know. I think sometimes with leather you get a bit sticky as well.
Yeah.
You don't get that with these.
Hot and cold as well, so...
Yeah.
Warm in the winter, cool in the summer.
Yeah.
They just seem to have a bit more... Like, you don't slide off them, do you? You just seem to be...
I think the seating position automatically is better though in this car. Oh. We're on the smallest road in the world. Now if that had been me, different story. But yeah, the seats automatically in this car I think are in a better position. What do you think, Florence?
Oh yeah, the lumbar's really good.
Yeah,
the lumbar's really firm, and then
it's much better.
Yeah.
And adjustable.
Oh, it moves down your back as well.
Yeah, so you can adjust it to wherever you want it. We have got that on the S.
What, where the lumbar moves up and down your back? Does it?
Yeah.
I thought it just came out.
Oh, does it? Oh no, maybe you're right.
I've never noticed that before. That's
no, I think
really,
you're right.
really good.
I'm wrong.
Wow, and the headrest.
There's an option for a headrest. That's something we didn't know.
Ah.
So when you press the little lumbar button on the side, which is on the S is just the lumbar button, it brings up a little screen on the main screen here, which gives you an option to flip it onto headrest. I don't know if you can see this, but if I put it onto headrest, if you watch it, and I'm operating that from the button on the side of my seat.
Oh, a couple of horses. We're not going to spook any horses in this, are we?
No.
God, this is lovely.
Farmageddon.
Farmageddon. Oh, do you think they're going to be able to hear me? That is technically... Yes, they can.
But it is technically an electric car, a vehicle,
Wow.
sorry.
Let's get on the grass a little bit.
Down here.
That's interesting, isn't it? Because we were quite a way off then, they heard us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a road noise though, isn't it? Like you said
Yeah.
before.
But EVs are silent, remember that. People will not hear them.
Yeah.
So then, we're having one.
See what Tesla can offer us. Tesla. 20 quid a month?
Yeah.
We're just on our way back to Tesla to take the Model X back, and I have to say we're both a little bit sad about it. We managed to get about 211 miles on one charge, so I think realistically you're looking at about a 200-mile range, which is perfect. And that was like a mix of driving, a bit of sort of more fast driving on the motorways and slower driving around town, so pretty good.
About the same as what we get, isn't it? For
Yeah.
our R60.
A pretty realistic kind of, I don't know,
Usable range.
usable range, yeah. So that's it. So we're taking it back, and we'll see what they say, see what they can offer us. So thanks for watching. We hope you've enjoyed it, and don't forget to click like and subscribe if you want to, and we'll see you again next time. The deciding factor to us staying with Tesla is this: the ever-growing charging infrastructure. Reliable and hassle-free charging is key to owning an EV. And knowing we are able to drive to Portugal by the end of 2017 and not plan it, pay for it, and in most parts drive it, means our custom is staying right here. So, in the not too distant future, hopefully, we'll have one of these parked on our drive.